Hello and welcome back to Ohio Richlands for episode 8, Harvest Part 2. We're up here on field 9 to do a oats contract, and the sell point is just down the road from us, so it shouldn't take that long in theory. I can't get a worker anyway because you'll notice the money, we're sitting at minus $521. That's because we've still got the same header and trailer as we did on the last video, which was in the first day of June. So we've skipped, this is the second day after now. So we've been charged for renting the header even though it wasn't used, which I think was just under $1,000 a day, which isn't too bad. But we're back using it now, so it's making us money. We've also paid, I think it was $17,000 for the bin and $14,500 for the auger system, because we need to load the bin. It doesn't have a pit like the other bin systems do, the other 500,000 litre bins and million litre bins. We've got one that's just under 100,000 litres, so it's quite small, it's a compact corner of the yard. So we need the auger to load into the top when we tip from the trailer. So that was an expense as well. But all in all, it's still cheaper than one of the other bins that is one of the cheapest in the game. So we've saved money there. We also need to get everything of the barley we've tipped, we need to get that put into the trailer, tipped into the auger, and put into the bin and stored. If you have paid attention to the thumbnails, you'll notice there was a little bit of a mix-up. The thumbnail on episode 7, which was the last video, is meant to be the thumbnail for this episode. But I lost the original thumbnail for this episode. That led to the bit of the mix-up. So this episode you'll see us filling up the diesel tank, which is at the end of this episode. But the bin, as of right now in the video, at 6:30 in the morning, we don't have the bin up yet. So there's a little bit of a confusion and there might be a bit of change in the video, but it's because I bulk recorded like 4 episodes and there was a mix up with thumbnails from the wrong video. So that explains that, but the bin just now isn't up, but it has been paid for. But I'm going to go and get this field done and we'll see you in just a minute. Well, that's us finally finishing up that harvest on field 9. So we're just going to come up to the sell point for the final time, and we are going to sell the grains that's left over instead of keeping them, because we've got nowhere to store them, and because this sell point for the contract is actually the highest paying sell point for just now for that grain, at $448 per 1,000 litres. You can get more at different times in the seasons. Obviously winter time I think you can get a bit more for the grain, but because it's just now and we have nowhere to store it, we're just going to sell it with a lot as a 1. So let's see how much we get. Well, that's the contract finished, and we got $3,591. That's not too bad, and it also puts us out of the minus as well. So we've got $981 left, and there's also $10,639 incoming from this contract. Well, we have checked the cost to repair this tractor, but it's just under $30,000, and obviously we can't afford that yet. But there should be enough left in it to get this contract done. We're now heading down to field 12 for a cultivating contract, or tillage contract. It's worth $8,564. It should be finished relatively quickly because it is a quick implement to run, and this will allow us to hire, well, we can hire it just now because we've already been paid from the contract, so we've now got $11,620. So we can now hire a worker and head up to field 25 for a harvesting contract, which is worth $20,562. So we're going to be able to repair something, I'm hoping this tractor. So we'll see you guys down at the field. Well, that's that contract completed. It was easier to just do it ourselves instead of hiring a worker because it really didn't take that long. So, we'll go in here and complete the contract. It's $8,564. Still 2 more harvesting contracts, but we're going to wait ahead up to field 25 where we're going to start harvesting. We're also going to collect the bales off of 25 because the farmer does not want the straw. So we'll see you up there. Well, as you can see, we are fairly getting through this field, but the fuel in this tractor is getting pretty low. I'm going to have to go and unload this combine at the end of this row. So once I've filled up that trailer, I'm going to drop in past our yard, fill up with some diesel because there should be a couple of drums left in the shed, and then head down. Oh, there we go. Nearly full. Well, that's just perfect timing. I'll go unload him, I'll go and fill up the tractor with fuel, or as much as I've got left, and head over to the sell point. Well, that's the last load of this contract done. This is the highest paying sell point again for the oats, so we're just going to sell everything that's in the trailer and take whatever we get as the income. We've still got some stuff to bale up. The straw is again going to go to the biogas plant, same as in the last video, down beside our main dealer. So that's that contract completed. And we've now got 17,256 in the bank. So I'm going to head off. We're going to take the header back down, give it a wash. I think it's going to be off hired because there isn't any more contracts yet, or none that I can see anyway. We could just do a quick, oh no there is, field 2 and field 6. It's just a quick check. Yeah, so a farm shop, 434, so it's the best paying. But we still have 2 harvesting contracts. I'm going to wash the header down anyway because it's quite minging and it saves me. Whoa. Well, that was close. 2 deer. Nope, 3. Anyway, we're going to get some straw baled up and take it down to the sell point at the biogas plant. So we'll see you there in just a second. Well, we still had some oats left in the combine, so we're going to get that sold. We've still got a few contracts to do, but most of our machines either need to be repaired or are very close to needing it done. So we're going to get the grain sold, see if we can get money to repair anything. If not, we'll start collecting up the bales, get them down to the biogas plant to get sold. Hopefully we'll get more work done today, as I'm not wanting a machine sitting doing a job, well, in the middle of doing a job, and then have to sit there all day waiting for a mechanic to come out and repair it in the middle of a job because it stops working. So hopefully we get enough money to repair something to keep it going. This contract is going to bring in, that's a decent amount, 5,000 odd? There we go, $5,114, giving us a total of 22,371. So I'm going to go and check and see if I can repair anything with that. If no, next thing you'll see us doing is grabbing some bales and taking it to the biogas plant to sell to make some more money. Well, let's get this John Deere repaired. That's going to cost us $34,217. I'm repairing this first because there is a tillage contract on field 9 worth just over $10,500. I still need to repair the combine and the tractor, but let's go and get this started on the tillage and we'll see you for some harvesting. But first, we have some baling to do. Before we can complete this contract, we have to get the bales done, lifted and off the field. Otherwise, we're going to lose all this straw when we complete the contract. I have got the worker set up, he's ready to go, and in fact I think he should be working. He's on field 9 with the tillage and the 9470 we just repaired. I'll get this baling done. It's going to take a minute, so let's crack on and get it done. Well, that's us almost finished this contract once we sell this load of bales. The worker has also finished up the tillage contract in the other field, so we can complete that too. Not the most realistic way of unloading and loading bales, but it'll do for now, because it takes a bit of time to do that for time lapsing especially. For this load we got $6,940. That's not too bad. So we'll complete the harvesting contract for field 25. We got $20,562, and the tillage contract on field 9, $10,639. A couple more harvesting contracts to do. I'm not sure what one I'm going to go and do first. Field 26 looks like a good one, but for now we have $52,173 in the bank, but we've still got the combine and the tractor to repair, plus we still have a loan sitting at $45,000 with our bank, so we need to do something with that. I don't know if I'm going to pay off a little bit, like maybe $5,000 or $10,000 if we can afford it, but I think repairing the machines is kind of priority just now so we can get them back out and working. As I said before, we don't want them breaking down in the middle of a contract. So we're going to see what we're going to do next, possibly repair some motors, but we'll see you in just a second. So the combine has been repaired. That cost us $24,734, and now the 7R. That's going to cost us $21,292. So quite expensive, but needs to be done. We'll also repair the light and the weight. The light's $22 and the weight $71. Not too expensive, but just repair it so everything's back up to what it should be. Now that leaves us with $6,052 in the bank, but just now we're away to head out and complete hopefully a few, or at least one harvesting contract tonight, so we'll see you out at the field. Well, that's us almost finished this field. We should get everything from the combine into this trailer. Didn't quite work out with the worker earlier on. I was hoping he would be back before I was full, but I was wrong. But that's us full. I'll turn this combine off because the fuel is very low. So I'd like to get the telehandler from the yard, bring it up with the fuel tins that's left, and at least get some fuel into this before we keep going. Well, that's us just finishing up this contract. Once it's completed, there we go, we got 1,885 from the grain. And the contract, when we go into the menu, it is worth $5,984. We've still got the cultivating contract on field 25, so I need to get a worker onto that. It's more than enough to cover wages, so I think it's a good option to do that while we do some harvesting. We've still got the canola contract on field 14 for $8,455, and the harvesting on field 26 for $13,056. Field 26 I think is the closer field to us, but field 14 is closer to our yard. I think 26 is actually just a couple fields over. Let's have a quick double check in the map. We're there on 6. 26, so it's just there. Yeah, so just along the road. And field 14 just over there beside our yard. So I think we'll maybe make a start on field 26. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right, we'll jump into the combine and we'll go and get this one done. Well, that's the last load for this contract. You might also have noticed in the last couple of clips that the worker completed the contract for the tillage. So that's handy, saves us a job. So we'll just finish tipping the oats in here. That's the contract completed, and we get $4,236 for the grains. So we're going to go in the menu and complete it. That's $13,056 for that contract. And it's not saying completed. Oh, so there's still 28% of that field to be tilled. So it looks like I'm going to be busy. There's still a canola contract. I'd be as well do it. With nothing else, well, we've got the cultivating contract to finish, so I'm going to go and finish that, I think, and then we're going to go and do the canola harvest. So, see you for some tillage. What a cracking sunrise this morning. Just thought I would show you that quickly. Right, let's crack on. Well, there's still some canola in the combine, but this trailer should complete the contract. There we go. 530. Oh, there's still some in the trailer. So another 1,304. So that makes it around 1,830-ish. So we've got 49,851 in the bank. We'll go and get the rest out of the combine and sell it. Well, that's the rest out of the combine. A massive 2,032 litres of canola. But this should complete all of the contracts now. So it's basically just back to the yard. So that gave us $980, and the contract $8,455. We'll check in on our sheep. They do need some water, so we'll do that when we get back to the yard, but that leaves us with $57,198 in the bank. Just one thing before we go, our fuel delivery has arrived. Well, that's us now full with diesel. 5,000 litres. So, we'll shut the door and get this guy on his way. But that now means we can fill our equipment up as we leave the yard instead of having to panic when we're out and about. It's handy for the harvester and the likes of the big 9470 AR because they're out all day. So, that's him on his way now. That's it for episode 8. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching.